Saints 20. Is Mary the new Eve? What is the Blessed Virgin Mary's place in the Church? So the place is huge, but some who criticize the churches founded by the apostles, so the Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox churches, they say it is almost greater than that of Jesus Christ. Therefore, it is not greater than that of Christ. Christ alone is God, but Christ is raising her above himself because she has humbled herself immensely. And why is he doing so? I will explain this as follows. In heaven, Christ forms with his friends, the Virgin Mary, the saints, and the angels, a family deeply united, a true church, so much so that everyone completes to raise the other above himself or herself, to entrust him or her with an assignment or mission on earth. The greatest is the one who is the least. Hence the immense and absolutely unique greatness of God, because he makes himself the least. And the Virgin Mary is the person who most imitated this littleness. She keeps putting forward our ancestors so that they take care of us, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, etc. They become our guardian angels, and the angels themselves placing themselves at the service of their will upon us, so that this is a totally united family. Jesus and Mary being united in relation to us will play the same complementary role that a father or a mother may well have played. We see therefore that on earth the grace of the Father is to speak the truth, to set benchmarks, to exercise authority. I don't mean force, but simply is authority to make your child grow up and to become an adult. This is how fathers behave. For example, they don't bear or carry children and are a little bit outward looking. They look at issues or circumstances, the child's relationship with the mother, to direct him or towards the goal of becoming an adult himself or herself. The mother's grace is she who carried the baby within their wombs, their indispensable complementary graces. Otherwise, we will fall into the caricature of La Mélodie du Bonheur, where we see that a father who is a widower pupil in his paternal grace these children so harshly that he behaves as in the army with them, and a young woman arrives who will recover gentleness, mercy. The mother carried the child, and therefore she will protect the child from the excesses that fatherhood may have put immediate sweetness, make there be happiness now put on mercy. We know very well that a mother's heart is full of pity. A father's heart wants his child to become an adult. This is not absolutely true. These variations are blended up together, of course. It's flexible, but all the same, in all civilizations, that's kind of what happens. This is no different from Jesus Christ and the Virgin Mary when compared to us. Saint Alphonsus of Liguori says, I looked and I saw the dream of a brother who told me that he saw two ladders which went up towards heaven. One ladder was red, it was Jesus' ladder, and people climbed it with courage and strength. And I saw that many were getting burned on this ladder, fell and arrived in blood. He ended up arriving in heaven, but in great pain. And I saw the white ladder, it was the ladder of the Virgin Mary. I saw people who, aware of their weaknesses, humbly climbed the ladder rungs and eventually reached the top without falling, carried by the maternal gentleness of the Virgin Mary. Well, instinctively, Christians understood that it was necessary to go through the mother, and therefore that their path which would lead them to heaven, which obviously had also to overcome sufferings, crosses, since it is necessary to acquire a very humble heart, would be
better done by the motherly hands of Mary, hence the extremely important place that the Virgin Mary has within the Catholic Church. She is the mother, and the Father is obviously basically present. We must not forget the Father, the authority. He wants us to become saints. However, if we forget the obvious, we fall into too weak religion. But after all, a man who is aware of his misery, who is afraid to approach these mysteries, who passes through the hands of Mary, he will be saved.